Hello, everyone. Once again, I would like to share with you some of my personal opinions. There will be new information that I have gathered. But again, I would like to reiterate that this is strictly my personal opinions. It has absolutely no bearing on company's policy. There are currently two available sources of official information from the company. That is the newsroom program on YouTube and a weekly newsletter. The closer we are to success, the more people want to scam us, want to drag us away from this project to join their personal projects. I have also seen cases where people would say bad things about the ones so that current holders will be discouraged from remaining in the project and sell the ones to them. Ever since 2016 and the blockchain upgrade, I have seen several large organizations with IDs in our system. However, at that time, one was taking the world by storm, not just because we are a large project, but because there were so many things surrounding the project and we always talk about it. So I believe that it was very normal for large organizations to join with our ecosystem. Is that you must always read the weekly newsletter to understand what we're doing and where we are currently. But before I continue, I will first talk about an issue related to the system of current financial institutions, organizations, and commercial banks. If one wishes to participate in the International Payment Association to process international payment services, one must have an account registered within these systems. I'd like to demonstrate the two most practical examples. That is, in fact, the SWIFT system with its traditional solutions and RippleNet applying the latest blockchain technology. In this program, I'd like to share some important information about the One ecosystem and also hear your personal comments on this. But first, what I want to say is the One ecosystem is the only project in this century to date leading us to a deeper understanding of the upcoming financial revolution. The development of the ecosystem will mark an important turning point in the 4.0 financial revolution. However, not everyone is ready to embrace these groundbreaking changes. There are people who chose to leave while others decided to stay and contribute. They all have their own reasons for their actions. Let's talk about the people who left and their reasons for doing so. The first is the lack of understanding. Some people do not comprehend the vision, the technology, and benefits that the One ecosystem can bring. They do not see the intrinsic value and strength of the project. Combined, this has led to fear and skepticism about the potential of the One ecosystem. They are concerned about risk. They may be worried about the potential risks of such new fintech projects. They are not ready to accept the level of risk that comes with the project, and thus risk aversion compelled them to retain traditional financial models. The second is that they have a vision. They think in the long term and see One ecosystem's great potential for the future. They are ready to join and take part in a new financial structure. Long-term vision is the motivation for them to stay and participate in the transformation. The third is habits and stability. Some people feel more comfortable with what they know. They do not want to leave their comfort zones and approach something new. So these are significant barriers that make them unwilling to accept changes. For those who stay, they have their own reasons as well. The first thing is that they believe in our commitment. They comprehend the mission, the vision, and the benefits of the One ecosystem. They believe in breakthroughs and the ability to reshape the coming financial revolution. And so they have trust and they have commitment and they're motivated to stay and contribute. pioneer's spirit. These people want to be pioneers, to lead change. They do not cling to the past, they want breakthroughs. And this motivates them to stay and actively participate in the 4.0 financial revolution alongside one ecosystem. Differences in awareness, risk tolerance, and understanding of the vision are the main factors separating those who leave and those who stay in the 4.0 financial revolution that one ecosystem pioneers. Those who stayed demonstrated faith, vision, and the spirit of pioneers, ready to accompany the project's mission to bring new breakthroughs. Meanwhile, those who leave still carry with them barriers in comprehension, comfort with the familiar. This division reflects the divide in perception and approach to breakthroughs. The love and trust I have in one's mission, vision, and long-term strategy. Recent information suggests there are many interesting possible analyses about the development and direction of one ecosystem. So I hope that we can discuss together, process this information, and share our own thoughts. Because only with understanding and love for the ecosystem can we contribute and bring light to our future. Ever since 2016 and the blockchain upgrade, I have seen several large organizations with IDs in our system. However, at that time, one was taking the world by storm, not just because we are a large project, but because there were so many things surrounding the project and we always talk about it. So I believe that it was very normal for large organizations to join with our ecosystem. But before I continue, I will first talk about an issue related to the system of current financial institutions, organizations, and commercial banks. If one wishes to participate in the International Payment Association to process international payment services, one must have an account registered within these systems. I'd like to demonstrate the two most practical examples. That is, in fact, the SWIFT system with its traditional solutions and RippleNet applying the latest blockchain technology. SWIFT, shorthand for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, is the most popular international payment system used by more than 11,000 financial institutions in more than 200 countries. SWIFT provides a secure and standardized platforms for banks to securely send and receive financial information. SWIFT has a few notable traits. First, global connection. Joining SWIFT allows banks to connect with thousands of other institutions around the world. Safety. SWIFT provides a highly secure platform and complies with international standards for information security. But for speed and efficiency, SWIFT is still not the optimal solution because of its long processing time. Several days may be required to complete a transaction. Processing costs are high because of high intermediary fees. This means transparency and traceability are often lacking. Second, RippleNet is a global blockchain network designed to provide international payment services faster and cheaper than traditional systems. RippleNet is used by many banks and financial institutions worldwide to process transactions. These two systems are providing the necessary infrastructure and technology for commercial banks to conduct transactions safely, efficiently, and reliably. RippleNet also has some characteristics of its own. It seeks to help increase transaction speed and was born in 2014 at the same time as OES. RippleNet allows international transactions to be carried out in just a few seconds compared to the processing time of traditional system, which can be up to several days. Ripple also has a low cost, which helps reduce transaction costs thanks to blockchain technology. Transactions on RippleNet are also recorded, which supports transparency and cannot be modified. But therein lies a problem. Few organizations use Ripple because itself it is highly volatile and speculative. And so I believe this is a right time for us to provide a thematic analysis of the IDs belonging to organizations that are already present in our system. Many people may already know them, but we still need to clarify for those who don't. On June 28th, a group of audacious members decided to check IDs purportedly bearing the names of some major organizations. I would like to share some of their findings. First, they found that the SEC, or the Securities and Exchange Commission, was present, and they are an independent agency of the American government responsible for supervising and managing domestic security trading. Santander, or Banco Santander, one of the largest and most important financial groups in Spain and the larger world. It was founded in 1857 in Santander, Spain, and is one of the country's oldest banks. BNP Paribas is a large multinational banking group founded in 1966, headquarters in France. It is the largest bank in Europe and in the world's top 10 largest banks. BNP has an operational network in more than 65 countries and territories, employing over 200,000. HSBC, shorthand for the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, is a British multinational investment bank and financial services holding company. It is the second largest bank in Europe after BNP Paribas. JP Morgan Chase. It is one of the oldest financial services firms in the world. The company, headquartered in New York City, is a leader in financial services, investment banking, and wealth management. The group's assets are currently reported to be 3.95 trillion US dollars, making it the largest bank in the United States. BIS, short for Bank for International Settlements, is an international organization of central banks founded in 1930, headquartered in Basel, Switzerland. BIS is considered the central bank of central banks, playing the role of coordinator and promoter of cooperation among members and other international institutions. BlackRock, often referred to as the Lord behind the curtain or the trillion-dollar rock of the financial world. BlackRock is a global asset management firm founded by Larry Fink in 1988 and headquartered in New York. BlackRock is one of the largest asset management organizations on the global scale, providing portfolio management, risk management, and financial services to individuals and institutions worldwide. BlackRock are also the world's largest investment organization, with the total worth of their directly managing assets of up to $9,800 billion, far exceeding China's foreign currency reserve, believed to be largest in the world, and also larger than the total value of global independent assets, private funds, and hedge funds. These are just a few names among hundreds of others. Almost 90% of the major financial institutions in Vietnam and around the world are present in the one ecosystem. In Vietnam in particular, about 90% of the names of large financial institutions are present. You can name a few like Vietcombank or VCB, Techcombank, BIDV, and more. I would like to thank these bold members for providing clairvoyance at a time when the European Union's MiCA law is about to come into force on July the 1st, 2024. The One Ecosystem is working to complete all appropriate paperwork and processes to adapt to all laws that will be implemented worldwide. With this information, the first thing that I and I believe we all would like to believe, is that most likely that large financial institutions have actually started participating and using our ecosystem a long time ago. If so, it will bring us many benefits. We have been recognized by world-leading financial institutions. The participation of important financial regulatory agencies like the SEC may have been because our system operates within a legal framework and is managed by one ecosystem in the strictest of manners. The presence of large international banks like BIS, BNP, HSBC, and more confirms that one ecosystem is global and linked to global institutions. Thus, we have more basis to believe in the level of prestige and trustworthiness of our ones in the world. If these financial institutions are holders of large amounts of one, it can be assured that the scale, potential, and the convertibility of the ones in the future will be very safe and strong. We will be able to convert any amount of ones we desire. However, I want us to see things through a more objective lens. Only then we can fully understand the revolutionary strategies and long-term vision of our project leaders. I would like to make two hypotheses. The first one is that the one ecosystem may be pursuing a long-term and sophisticated strategy of controlling the IDs of large financial institutions. This can be seen through the following scenario. If the IDs of large financial institutions appear at the same time or according to a specific scenario in the ecosystem, however, it is not random, but a deliberate and planned arrangement. It can be explained as a strategy of establishing territory in the digital space, similar to registering domain names on the internet. In this way, the one ecosystem can ensure control or build a controlling stack of IDs belonging to financial institutions. This can be considered a careful and long-term plan. Once ecosystem blockchain is recognized by legislation and major institutions, they can trade these valuable IDs for other benefits and incentives. This suggests that the one ecosystem may be pursuing a more sophisticated and long-term strategy than we realize. They may be calculating how to maximize their benefits and reputation in the future when the blockchain system is officially recognized by law and by legislative institutions. Looking at the ID codes of large financial institutions, I came up with a second hypothesis. That is, we can infer they may not appear continuously at the same time. Examining this pattern on our ID system shows that this is a positive sign, reflecting the spontaneous participation of these institutions rather than a deliberate arrangement from one ecosystem. The appearance of large financial institution IDs at different times suggests that these institutions have researched and understood this project and voluntarily joined. This is very different from the system designed by traditional financial institutions, where they have the right to control and arrange things. Here's a common example. In a system traditional financial institutions design, they often want to control and arrange everything according to their will. They may design products or services to suit their own interests and goals rather than fitting to their customers' real needs. When the one ecosystem does not use a pre-arranged system, it has ensured the honesty and integrity of the system through blockchain technology. This shows that one ecosystem has created a natural and transparent environment, encouraging participation from large organizations without intervention or control from management. In summary, the seemingly random participation of these major financial organizations reflects the collaborative nature and integrity of the blockchain for one ecosystem, which is different from other systems controlled by financial institutions' traditions. To these two hypotheses, I'd like to say again that no matter what happens, we need to stand firm for our ideals and protect our assets. The One Ecosystem mission is to build a safe, fair, transparent, and inclusive payment system, allowing the development of economies to take place and services in an interconnected system. The goal is to create an environment that is conducive to innovation and fosters collaboration among different participants. The ecosystem's vision is to become a comprehensive ecosystem connecting communities, industries, and financials around the world. The ecosystem's main strategy is to develop a system that connects advanced technologies such as blockchain, AI, and even more to create breakthrough applications and services meeting the needs of all people. By understanding these factors, we will have a comprehensive view of one ecosystem's mission, vision, and direction. I'd like to go back to the IDs belonging to organizations. There is a very important point that we cannot ignore. Transferring ones from regular IDs to these special IDs cannot be done. Therefore, I believe this is a very special group of accounts strictly to be managed and controlled. And I think there are several reasons for this. The first is to prevent transaction risks. Not allowing user IDs to directly transfer to organizational IDs help prevent risks such as fraudulent transactions, money laundering, or even account abuse. This enhances the safety and security for the entire wider system. Second is to strengthen accountability. By separately managing these important IDs, their transactions will be recorded and easily auditable. This helps enhance accountability and transparency in the operations of the financial world. The third is compliance. Not allowing direct transfers to financial institution IDs also helps ensure compliance to legal matters related to financial activities on the blockchain, and this enhances the reputation and reliability for the entire system. Thus, the fact that normal users cannot directly transfer to these institutional IDs is an important feature to ensure safety, transparency, and accountability within the ecosystem. In the case that the one ecosystem hands over these institutional IDs to their respective organizations, control and management of the IDs during the pre-handover period is absolutely critical for the following reasons. First, during the pre-handover period, the one ecosystem needs to strictly manage institutional IDs to prevent risks such as illegal transactions, account abuse, and more. These methods will maintain safety and stability during the transition period. Second is that financial institutions will entrust account management responsibilities to the one ecosystem. During this time, the ecosystem must ensure there's no interference, misuse, or unauthorized access. Strict control will protect the rights and reputations of these financial institutions. Third is that the one ecosystem must be responsible for managing the financial institution IDs during the transition period. Strict controls will help enhance the ecosystem's transparency and accountability during this process. Thus, Controlling these IDs during the pre-handover period is absolutely necessary. This is an important step to ensure safety, protect rights, and ensure accountability during the transfer process. Moving forward, I want to discuss the CEO's videos on the 1st of July, the day the European Union's MICA law took effect. This is a first during the formation and development of the One Ecosystem. For the first time, the legal issue of this project is related to a legislation. This is a video that means a lot to me, and I believe the same to all members of the project as well. In the past year, we have discussed a lot about the legal connection between One Ecosystem and the MICA Act. So today, I do not wish to talk about the law itself. Instead, I would like to share the good it brings to the community and wider society. The first is that our ecosystem is a pioneering project that publicly declares we have built a path to the cryptocurrency world that is in accordance with the MICA law. It demonstrates a deep understanding of legal requirements and the ability to direct project development. By building a path forward, we demonstrate that One Ecosystem has a plan, a roadmap, and solutions to comply with the Act itself. This confirms the project's careful preparation and determination in meeting legal requirements. And third, as a pioneering project with such a public commitment, the One Ecosystem demonstrates its pioneering and leading role in guiding development of the legal cryptocurrency market in accordance with the legislation. We will create a positive influence and steer in the right direction for other projects in the industry to follow. Fourth, when affirming the One Ecosystem commitment to comply with global regulations, especially the EU's MICA Act, means this will create a solid foundation for the development of the project. It will also bring us some advantages. It signals that the one complies with the legal regulations of Europe. This is the threshold that will help the project gain a foothold in this market. The MICA Act will protect one user's rights and that for the members as well. Compliance will open up opportunities for cooperation between the ecosystem and many large organizations and businesses around the world. Legality and stability will help One Ecosystem develop in a more sustainable manner, avoiding legal and financial risks in the future. Lastly, this will help promote solidarity and mutual support in our community. And it also confirms for us the thinking and the vision of a great mind, that is, the founder of this project. The steadfastness, and tenacity to withstand many turbulences of the time, of public opinion, and the market. It is a cornerstone that helped us enjoy great results. Instead of just focusing on the short term, she had a long-term vision of the blockchain's potential and cryptocurrency. This helped her steadfastly pursue, along with collaborators, developing the One Ecosystem and steer it through changes. Instead of being passive in the face of adverse developments, she has displayed bravery and flexibility, guiding the project through many challenges. This helps One Ecosystem constantly improve and expand, creating sustainable value. She not only focuses on the One Ecosystem, but also has a vision of building a comprehensive blockchain ecosystem. And this has laid a solid foundation for the project's development. Her steadfastness and perseverance and today's successes has inspired and incited absolute trust from me, and I believe from the entire community. It is truly a shining example of the thought and vision of a great mind, a great mission in this financial revolution. I would like to, on behalf of One Ecosystems community, send our most sincere appreciation to her. I would like to also thank project leadership for their great contribution. Most sincere thanks to the solidarity and cooperation of global leaders, countries, and all members. You are an important factor contributing to the project to the and its successes. Thank you.
Bye bye, thank you.
Thank you for listening.